Ba-ba-ba-ba.
We weren't ready for
You gotta
that.
do it double speed. He's not ready for it. He's not ready.
Boom.
Yeah.
Dun-dun, dun-dun, do-do-do-do.
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Dun-dun, dun-dun, do-do-do-do.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Rob has lost his goddamn mind, and it's Bear. And now here's Coach Grandor. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Rob's the one that's lost his mind.
And I'm Sinvicta. Three guys in a bear.
Welcome to Three Guys Talk About Bananas. Today,
And nobody, absolutely zero people stood up for Rob.
No, I disagree. Actually, there were a couple of people who were like, "No, actually, you know what? There weren't too many that were on the all the way front, but there were a lot of people who were like, "Hey, you know what? Three is too ripe."
You can't even like feign the enthusiasm anymore for your argument properly. Like you're defeated.
I was trying to find our YouTube channel, but then I realized that I don't remember what it is. And
While you were doing that,
well, that's a great point. You type in Three Guys Talk About Football into YouTube, because I don't even know how to find the channel. It's Three Guys and a Bear.
I mean, we're recommending it to the people that know how to find it already, so we're doing a great job there too.
Am I the only one of us who was subbed to our own channel?
I'm subscribed, yeah.
Subscribe. Yeah, Three Guys and a Bear. All one word.
There you go.
Let me just type it out to make sure it works. Three Guys and a Bear. And that's three, like the number three.
Can you do youtube.com/Three Guys and a Bear?
Yes.
I think so.
Oh, okay.
You
cool.
can, and it'll work.
Is
Try it right now.
I did it. Yeah, it works.
So there we go. All right, good.
Welcome, everybody,
Welcome.
to week 11.
where we found out the URL for our podcast after 3 years.
And we found out Rob's banana preferences that are terrible. But that's all right, because you're entitled to your opinions, even if they're wrong. So,
By the way, I want to say, can I just going back to the banana for a moment? I think it's a little bit of massaging the vote, considering that Krendor has access to the liked by Three Guys and a Bear YouTube comment thing.
He gets to apply the special heart, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
I mean,
Rob is certified insane for his banana opinions, liked by the Three Guys.
Certified pain, you know.
yeah, that's how what it is.
You can't deny that you were just wrong on that
No,
one.
not at all. I was very, very correct. See, here we go. 3 to 5 is perfect banana. I'd eat up to 7, to be honest.
We're supposed to be doing a fast show today. This is not. This isn't.
We
how
are
we're-
going fast. This is supposed to be fast.
5 to 6 is perfect banana. I'd settle for a 4. See, look, there are people.
All right, you got it.
All right, you got it. So first up, we got some football news. Drew Brees broke himself.
Dead.
Yep, he's dead.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's actually only going to be out a few weeks from what I'm hearing. My sources.
The man has a punctured lung. How did that even happen?
Well, I guess it's not punctured; it's collapsed. So I guess the ribs, when he fell, his ribs kind of pushed in and collapsed his lung or something. That's my
That
non-doctor.
makes me uncomfortable. That makes me physically uncomfortable to hear of the term collapsed lung. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
As
Well, I
someone who's
remember-
had a collapsed lung, I can tell you that it is not a fun feeling. It is very painful as well.
I can believe it, honestly. I mean, I remember a couple of years ago when Tony Romo had he had the same situation where he had a broken rib and that punctured his lung and collapsed his lung. Motherfucker was playing with a flak jacket like the rest of the year. That guy.
That's just nuts.
Like,
Yeah.
the hit on Breeze, though, it didn't. Obviously, I wasn't there, but it didn't. We've seen some hard hits here. It didn't look egregiously
No.
hard. You know?
Well, he also already had a broken rib or something.
I was gonna say, yeah, it must have aggravated an existing injury.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it broke ribs on both sides, and also like he's 41. So I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, it was both sides apparently.
Yeah.
It's just crazy because during the broadcast they were selling it like he was going through concussion protocol, and it's like it had nothing to do with concussion.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like you see the hit, and he does get tackled very hard, and he gets. I mean, it's full body weight on body weight, but like, again, I didn't know that he had, I guess, the pre-existing aggravated injury or whatever, but it sucks for Breeze. It sucks for the Saints. I'm not going to celebrate someone like Drew Brees getting injured.
You sound like you want to. Saying it that way.
Well, I don't, because like Drew Brees is actually like a nice guy. Like I have nothing against Drew Brees. I just hate his team. But they are going to have to deal with going with Winston, which I am kind of looking forward to.
That is hilarious, and I'm pretty excited for it. Plus, Drew Brees had some pretty, not that I'm saying he deserves an injury or anything, because of course not, but he did have some pretty bad opinions in the offseason.
Oh yeah, he said that real dumb bullshit.
Yeah. So like, all things considered.
Now let's remember Jameis Winston going into the high-powered New Orleans Saints offense. This is a guy, he could put up 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions in like 5 weeks.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like, I wouldn't be terribly surprised if he, wins some games with them and scores some points, because I mean, he is a gunslinger.
Yeah.
You got to protect yourself because you don't know which side he's going to be shooting.
Just introduce a cornerback into the wide receiver core, and that way he'll be confused enough to not know if he's going to throw an interception or not.
No, dude, just make it so that his wide receivers are wearing the other team's jersey.
There you go. Yeah,
that's all you need.
I love that we're talking about an NFL pro level football quarterback who has maybe the cognitive ability of like Pee-wee football.
Well, I mean, I don't know about.
It is Jameis Winston, and I do hate the man. So.
I mean,
Well, we also got a big other story here. Jamal Adams says he, quote, fought depression with Jets.
Yeah, it's not surprising.
Yeah, we are all kind of feeling the same way, I think, here, buddy, vicariously.
Yeah, I mean, he was in the building with Adam Gase and shit. I mean,
you had to talk to the guy. Dude. That must fucking suck.
Yeah.
Adams
were, quote, the laughing stock.
Yeah, Adams said
you are still,
Yeah, very true.
He said it, quote, took a toll on my outside life of football, and that his father, former NFL player George Adams, wanted to see him in a new environment. They, quote, do not want to win. Let's be honest, the Jets were a laughing stock. In Seattle, this is how the NFL is supposed to be. This is the dream I was dreaming.
Damn, dude.
Yeah. But you know what's funny about that, though, is the Seattle D fucking sucks.
Oh, yeah. And Jamal Adams is actually, like, in coverage, is, like, one of the worst cover corners or cover safeties right now.
But is the Seahawks D worse than the Jets defense?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
It actually is.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
It's like 31st to 32nd or something, right? And like we actually have some like decent things happening sometimes.
Yeah, if you look at the worst yards per game right now, Seahawks allow 448 yards a game, followed by
that's really bad.
Yeah.
400 yards a game.
Yeah,
450, dude.
I was watching in the Seattle game. The commentators were saying that like it was. I think they're allowing. I think if they continue like this, it'll be like a record because they allow QBs have like an average of like 350 passing yards a game on them.
Yeah,
which is just like. I mean,
we're going into week 11 too, so if they're on historic pace, they're getting to the finish line pretty soon.
So they allow 29.6 points per game as well, which is only better than the Lions, Jets, Jaguars, and Cowboys, but their yards per game is the worst, right ahead of the Jaguars, Falcons, and Texans.
Yeah.
So they're like a bend and then keep bending and just continue to bend for as much as you're physically able to bend, but don't break defense.
Yes.
It's pretty much bend so much that like the water actually just drips off the side and it falls into the cup.
Yeah.
It's
not good. So that's going to be their Achilles heel is they have to shoot out every game, and if they don't, they lose.
And in one small defense of Jamal Adams, they're apparently, from what I've heard, they're asking him, basically making him cover wide receivers, and that's just not really his game. It's never been his game. I still expect, like I think he's looking pretty bad in Seattle right now, but I think it's because they're just asking him to do something that's just not what he does.
Yeah.
But then again, For some reason, all the Jets fans fucking just despise Jamal Adams because he said a bunch of shitty shit on the way out. But like, it's the Jets, dude. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
You're not wrong.
yeah.
All right, football. We had Colts-Titans Thursday night. I was going to pick the Colts, and then I got talked out of it, and I'm sad.
Well, you shouldn't be so susceptible to peer pressure.
That's true. I shouldn't. Well,
really
part of
Makes
it's
you feel a better
because
coach. It only would have improved you to 8-8. So
that's true.
8
But
and 7.
I think part of it was I thought Darius Leonard wasn't going to play, and then he played. So if I had that knowledge, I would have picked him.
Well, we got a scapegoat at least then.
Yeah,
Literally, no one picked the Colts to win. So
Yeah.
I would have been. That would have been one of my big upsets of the week. Phillip Rivers, 308 yards and a touchdown. Neiman Hines, 70 yards and a touchdown. Michael Pittman Jr., 101 yards. On the other side, Derrick Henry had 103 yards. Tannehill only threw for 147 and a touchdown on 15 of 27. Not great.
He's been, I mean, like, that's kind of a normal stat line for him this year. Like, he's not really doing a ton.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this year I think he's like.
Let me look at the line again. I'm trying to.
Yeah,
I believe,
Yeah, he's doing. I mean, he's like pretty much on pace to be better at the same rate than last year.
He's like a 200 yards, 2 touchdowns a game kind of guy.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean
He's
that's
not bad.
That's good.
Gets the
Not
job
bad,
done.
yeah.
I am surprised that the Titans dropped this game.
I
It
think
is-
special teams what screwed him over. I know they had the block punt for a touchdown, and then they missed a field goal, and I'm pretty sure there's something else. Did somebody fumble? I don't know. Either way, that was like 10 points. So, that's what?
Yeah.
It's a 7-point game at that point.
It looks like all the players are like covered in ash in that game.
What?
That's weird. I'm looking at I'm watching like the highlights from the game, and like all the players are like all ashy.
They did a big Pompey memorial service before the game started. They didn't bother cleaning it up.
So strange.
So I mean, yeah, Colts defense is pretty good. Man, I mean that's going to be a crazy end of that division because it's going to be the Colts or the Titans. So
Yeah, there's a bunch of wild divisions this year.
yeah. Like looking at the Colts defense, if we look at the ratings, Colts defense is top in the league in yards per game, and in points per game they are 4th behind the Steelers, Rams, and Ravens. I mean the Colts defense is
That
That's
is top
legit.
tier. Holy shit.
Yeah,
yeah.
that is wild.
And Titans are not.
Yeah. They've got Derrick Henry.
Yeah, that's the Titans.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
He's very good.
Yeah, he is very good.
Next up, we had the Texans Browns in a 10-7 game. I think
Thriller.
the weather was
Real
bad.
banger.
I'm pretty sure the weather was bad.
The weather was
Dinger.
was it this one that was what was I'm actually just thinking of the Patriots game where
Yeah, I was
Oh,
going to
yeah.
say, this one was.
The Patriots game was ridiculous. You
Yeah.
couldn't even see the field at the end of it.
yeah, no, that was
We'll
absurd.
get to that one.
We'll get to that one.
No, the weather seems like it was fine.
Yeah, no, it was a normal day for this one.
Oh,
Yeah.
poof, oh boy. Well, Deshaun Watson was 20 of 30, 163 yards and a touchdown. And that was the Texans. On the Browns, Baker Mayfield, 12 of 20, 132 yards. Woo!
Yep.
But Nick Chubb, 19 carries, 126 yards and a touchdown. Kareem Hunt, 19 carries, 104 yards.
Yeah,
They just ran through him.
Nick Chubb is good.
Yeah, and
Oh,
he did
man.
the
You know
anti-Todd
the game was a fucking humdinger when one of the highlights is a fake punt field goal, or sorry, the fake field goal into a punt.
Yeah, I saw
I mean, to their credit, they pinned it on the 3, but still, like, okay, good
Imagine
for you.
if you would have made that field goal instead and tied the game.
I know, yeah, maybe it would have been in the game there.
And I mean, let's see, who's their kicker? I think their kicker's pretty good. It's Fairbairn,
Yeah,
right? Yeah, so, that's Texans football. And
Yeah.
I mean, Browns are 6-3 now.
Yep.
Yeah,
One of 6-3 teams in the AFC
Yeah.
at the moment.
That's crazy.
and
Shout out
that,
to
I mean,
Apollo for being the only one to pick the Texans, by the way. on that one.
Yep.
people have no respect for the Browns. No respect.
No respect.
But, I mean, listen to this is the AFC North. Pittsburgh Steelers 9-0, Baltimore Ravens 6-3, Cleveland Browns 6-3, and then the Bengals 2-6-1. But still, like, I mean, that division.
Yeah,
the Bengals aren't even bad.
Yeah,
like they're okay.
Have the same record at this time of the year.
They can beat up a lot of the bad teams. Like,
Yeah.
the Bengals could probably win the NFC East if they were in the NFC.
They probably could. Jesus Christ. Hang on, how many divisions can we do that with? Could the Chargers win the NFC East?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Do
Yeah.
you think the Jaguars could win the NFC East?
it'd be close.
No.
It'd be close.
It'd be
close.
It'd be
All
close.
right. The
Panthers-
49ers would absolutely win the NFC
Yeah.
East,
Yeah,
even with their backup
yeah,
players
even the
playing.
backups could.
Yeah.
Either the Vikings or the Lions, I'm pretty sure, could do it.
Oh, easily,
Definitely.
yeah.
And
I
then,
think the Vikings definitely. I'm not so sure about the Lions.
yeah, that might be a little tougher.
I still think Matt Stafford could win that division.
Oh, Matt Stafford is great. First
Yeah.
is the thing. So, like,
I mean, right now they would be in first place if they were in
Yeah.
that division. So, and then that would come down to the Panthers last.
Yeah.
yeah, I think the Panthers could do it.
Yeah, there's
They
definitely good.
Especially
Alright.
if Teddy B is in.
Yeah.
Then
And the
then they
Falcons could win it too.
And I guess we have to ask if the Jets could do it.
Hey, you know what? I think the Jets would have one win.
Maybe.
I think they
yeah,
sneak out a win
probably
against the
pick up a
football
divisional
team.
win somewhere there.
Honestly, it's a great thing, kind of that the Bills and Dolphins are both surprisingly well. I mean, the Dolphins are mostly surprisingly good. The Bills are, you're expected to be good, but it's a good thing because the Jets. I want to go 0-16. I don't. I really hope we get one win, but still get the first thing. But if it needs to happen, then it needs to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we had the football team Lions. Look at this. They played the NFC East and they won.
Yeah.
Still rocking my perfect NFC East prediction tally by continually just predicting them to lose every game.
And thank you, by the way, Bear, because I followed you last week on the Giants Eagles.
Hop on this train, buddy. It's cruising.
It was right. It was absolutely correct.
Yeah. Matt Stafford, 24 of 33, 276, 3 touchdowns. Big day. DeAndre Swift had 81 yards running the ball. They're actually using their guy they drafted. That's pretty neat.
Look at that.
And I think they actually almost blew the game. They gave up 17 fourth-quarter points to Alex Smith and the football team, but they made a last-second 59-yard field goal with Matt Prater, and they won the game.
How about Alex Smith, man, coming back to start for the football team, throwing 55 fucking times for nearly 400 yards? This is a pretty goddamn good day.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, he's only 36, so he was good.
He had like a pretty bad injury though, didn't he? Didn't he have like a really?
Very
Oh,
bad
yeah. It was very bad.
Yeah. So I mean, just to come back from that too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised that he has it all. To be
It
honest,
was horrific.
yeah. It was probably the worst injury that I've ever seen in football.
And let's see it is the replay right here.
Man, when I can't watch those injuries anymore. Like when I saw the Kevin Ware one, of course, from several years ago, and then I watched Gordon Hayward's fucking ankle injury happen. And that, I mean, he was a friend of a friend too, so that one like hit me on a personal level. I'm like, fuck, man, I cannot see those anymore. It just breaks my soul.
It's fucked, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
those are-
googled Alex Smith injury GIF, and it does exist many yes.
It definitely does.
Dude, as just a little aside, I know there are some people who are like, yeah, football, it's so lame because they wear the padding like little babies. I disagree. I actually think they should wear more padding. They should wear like full body armor.
Give them pillows, dude.
Yeah, give them that. If we're gonna like honestly, like legitimately, if that means that less players get injured, good. That's
Put them in hamster balls, man. Oh shit! Here we go. We're on to
That
something.
would be sick. Actually, I would watch that game. I would absolutely watch.
I couldn't resist, and I watched it.
Oh no! Don't do it.
Man,
it's horrible.
now you know what it's like watching the football team take on the Lions. Moving on. We had the Buccaneers Panthers. This game was actually close. It was like tied at halftime, and then,
It was close for a bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Then the Buccaneers went ahead. Never looked back.
I actually relied on every little bit of that pile on that the Bucks ended up with, because those points won me my fantasy match this week with Tom Brady. So thank you, sir.
There you go.
I lost my
Welcome.
fantasy. It was bad.
Oh yeah, you had a
2
pretty
points.
you had a pretty gnarly week there, Crendor, didn't you?
Yep, I had God. Lamar Jackson got me 23. DK Metcalf got me 4.8 points.
Yeah.
Kurt got me 6.7. Philip Lindsay got me 0.2.
That's
Mike
pretty
Davis,
bad.
8.4. Evan Ingram 3.5, and Travis Fulgham 1.8.
I don't know who Travis Fulgham is, to be fair.
He's the Eagles guy.
Okay.
It's like he's playing the shitty Giants. He's got to get something, unless Carson Wentz throws it over his head like 5 times. I think the Colts defense got me my second highest points at 10.
Damn.
So bad week.
That is a bad week.
Yep.
So yeah, this was a great game by the Bucks. I gotta say that Tom was in great form. Again, we're on first name basis here, Barry.
Yep.
Sure.
And it is very encouraging to see how much happier he is with Chris Godwin back now. Because
y'all got a core.
Yeah.
I mean, the best in football, I think.
He is very, very good. I was happy with just Evans and Godwin. Antonio Brown came in there, and he did put up some decent numbers. I mean, it's nice. It is nice to have like another reliable receiver there, as long as he's not, taking bicycles and throwing them at security cameras.
Yep.
And then, of course, Gronk had to get one as well as Cameron Brate. It was great to see Cameron Brate actually catch a touchdown. But, I'm super disappointed in Leonard Fournette. If Ronald Jones is really, really, really good, but every time they put Fournette in, it's just like he just underperforms. And I hate it because he's the only person I've got on the Bucks or that's on my fantasy team right now. But I mean, Tom Brady is this what it's like, Bear? Is this what it's like? To get 3 touchdowns and a rushing touchdown from one quarterback?
I gotta tell you, this is a Tuesday for Tom. Yeah. And he doesn't even play football on Tuesdays. That's what I'm telling you. It's like this is so normal. This is an expected stat line from Tom Brady.
This is just it's a nice, great world.
Welcome
out
to
there.
the good quarterback team club. It's very fun. I've had it for a long time.
Fournette, wasn't he playing really well for the Jaguars a couple years ago? I feel like we were just talking about him.
Absolute monster. And I was really excited when the Bucks signed him, and then he just has been underperforming. Ronald Jones is just an absolute monster, by the way. But, it would be nice to have another back that could do even half of the work that the first string could.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, Leonard Fournette's his strength has always been really hard-nosed running, down, just straight up and down the field. But also he's got really great hands, and even then, he still was not doing too well in the passing game. So he's I can't really fault him though, because the Bucks have so many offensive wideout strengths and receiving power out there. Not to even mention the freaking tight end. So can't really hate him for that, but I am disappointed in his performance for rushing every single time.
Yeah.
Well, enjoy the next 5 years of Tom Brady in your life.
I'll try, Barry. Even if he retires next year, I'll be happy.
I don't think he's going to, man.
I think he probably isn't either. Yeah.
Well, he's got 2 years on his contract, so.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it depends. Unless he takes a breeze hit at some point. No, I'm not.
Why would you say it though? I'm even mad at you. He's not even on my team anymore.
Why do you say it?
Let me just enjoy this, Rob. Not everyone has to be in the doldrums like you, all right? Let me be happy for once. I used to be down there with you. You should be happy.
He's clawing at you from the gallows, dude. Stay with me.
You and I know how bad it is. You should at least be happy for one of us, Rob.
I am legitimately very happy for it. And I will say, though, the other thing, too, is that, the Bucks receiving core is, I don't know. Is there another one in football that's even close to better?
I don't think so.
I would say Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I think the best is probably the Steelers. And
but y'all took the Steelers' best receiver. You put him on your team.
Yeah. I don't think there's a better receiving core in the league. I don't even think the Steelers are that close.
On paper. I don't know what the stats say. Maybe Coach Crendor's got it, but either way,
Let me hit you with
great to
the
see Bucs
Patriots receiving core, my friend. A little bit of comparative information here.
Right.
Motherfucking Jacoby Myers.
Let's go.
Who's just crushing it, actually. He's been doing pretty well so far.
Mm-hmm.
Julian Edelman, who's on the IR, I believe now.
Yep.
And our second leading receiver of the previous game, Rex Burkhead, of course, who is not a receiver at all.
Incredible that he's still in the league.
I know. He's he's actually not doing well this year, or not doing bad this year either, I should say.
Are you guys curious about the yards per game passing for teams?
Sure.
The top passing team, as you might expect, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yep.
Then the Atlanta Falcons,
Yeah.
the Seattle Seahawks, the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm
Before
gonna guess
the
Bills.
Bills are 5. You're right.
There we go. Yeah.
And then the Packers 6. Chargers 7, Texans 8, Buccaneers 9, and the Colts are 10.
Huh? So what is that? Is that yardage?
That's yards per game, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wow, rushing yards per game. I did not actually expect that, but it makes sense. Anyone got a guess here? Got a guess?
Let me give you
Rushing, it's got to be Vikings.
Vikings.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Vikings are 5.
Really?
What?
Yep.
Saints? No.
Nope.
I mean, could be, yeah.
We're talking about just yards, right?
Yep, yards. Saints are like number 10.
Well, Derrick Henry, the Titans got to be up there.
I said Titans.
Titans
yeah.
are 6.
Did we say Panthers?
Titans are 6th?
Yep.
Wait, are we talking rushing yards from a running back or rushing yards?
Just
'Cause if
total.
we're talking about total. Okay, it's got to be the Ravens then.
Ravens are 2.
Oh, is
number one?
Arizona?
It's the Arizona
It's the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Fucking Tyler Murray, dude.
Hey, guess what?
Dude, I'm excited to get to that game.
Oh, yeah. Guess what? Patriots are 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, there you go, Bear.
I mean, that kind of makes sense, actually. Yeah, given our game script for
And
the last
Cleveland
forever.
Browns are number 4.
Yeah.
Man, guess who's last?
Oh, no.
The Chicago Bears.
Oh, it's the Chicago Bears. Oh.
And they're really bad. Oh, my God. So the Cardinals average 168 yards a game rushing. The Bears average 78.
Oof. I mean, who's their leading rusher? I don't even know.
Who's their running back?
David
Who is their running back? I don't know.
It's David Montgomery. David
Oh, okay, yeah.
David Montgomery.
Oh, man.
Yep. So yeah, it was a big Bucs win. I think Brady was mad. He wanted that win. Vengeance.
He doesn't
He
have
did it.
2 games that are bad in a row.
That's
what
usually-
You saw him put on he kept his foot on the goddamn gas that whole
Yeah,
game
he
too.
did, yeah.
He was not letting up.
That's what happens. Good quarterbacks, like all the good quarterbacks, they have a bad game, they come back and they just got fire in their eyes.
Yeah.
it feels-
It'll be okay.
I'm just basking in the glow.
We gave you Brett Favre for a year. That was a fun one.
That was nice.
Keep going, Krendor. The next one's the NFC East.
Oh yes, the
I'm
Giants.
so excited.
Giants, Eagles. Guys,
Incredible.
I think the Giants are going to win the division.
I really hope so.
We
think-
flip-flopped on this on every single week.
I
which
think
is
they're going to
really
do it,
what
though. All right. The Giants.
I mean, they look strong in their divisional games. They really do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they can do it. Daniel Jones, 244 yards passing. That's it. Daniel Jones, 64 yards rushing and a touchdown. Wayne Gallman, 53 yards, 2 touchdowns rushing.
Yeah, we can go. Actually.
Jones had another big old gallop, didn't he? Like he had like a
He
30-yard score.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure.
He is gonna. If he keeps going the way he is, he's gonna get killed out there.
He is. Yeah, you're right.
He runs without any fear, and eventually he's gonna run into the wrong defense. It's gonna instill some fear in him.
He's running like a man who knows that his team is going to have a very high first-round pick and probably wants another QB.
Well, it's either that or accidentally make the playoffs.
Yeah, it's one or the other. So, who knows? I mean, it could be a blessing in disguise or a disguised
Blessing?
Blessing. I don't know. Listen, if you
Coach.
pull off a playoff win or something, that'd be pretty fun.
I mean, if he could. What if it's just like this is it, and he has his Eli moment this year? Like,
Yeah.
What if they actually like they limp into the
Jesus.
playoffs?
Fucking Pats Giants all of a sudden again somehow.
That'd be
God.
incredible.
Carson Wentz is bad. 21 of 37, 208 yards.
Yeah, dude, he's not good.
He's
No.
really not good this year.
I don't know what's wrong with him or what's it's mental or what's going on, but
Like he leads the league in interceptions, I believe, and also leads the league in interceptions dropped by the defenses.
Oh boy.
Which is not a good. It's not good to lead the first one. It's very not good to lead both.
yeah, that is.
Yeah,
that
no,
is
that's
true.
not good.
He's also led the league in being sacked.
Yeah.
But
And they don't have a receiving core, and I think their O-line is fucked up, but still.
the
I mean-
Eagles, it feels like they were just in the Super Bowl, right? Like it doesn't feel that long ago.
Feels like they just won a fucking.
yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
I don't know.
I mean, look, dude, like, I think it's the other thing is, like, the Patriots often give everyone the wrong impression of how Super Bowls tend to work.
Mhm.
A lot of the time, teams win a Super Bowl and then just, regress to the mean. Or
Right. Well, they did it, so then they're like, okay, we're done. We can just make money
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Or you win a Super Bowl and then you're like, God, this will be a dynasty. And then every year you get so close, you taste it, and then it gets taken
Yeah.
away again and again and again and again.
Yeah,
and
like
again.
my team, right? You're talking about the Patriots, right? With that
Yeah,
description,
It's the
Yeah, yeah.
worst.
I really I hate the Patriots dynasty for many reasons, but one of the main ones is making people have completely unreasonable expectations about what the team can do.
Yeah.
Like, to put it into perspective, before the Patriots and Tom Brady getting 6 rings or 5, how many rings does he have? 6?
Oh, it's 6, buddy.
6, yeah, all right. So before Tom Brady had 6 rings, there was the record for the most rings for an entire franchise was 6.
Yeah.
Like over the course of like 50 years of the Super Bowl era. So, like, well,
Imagine trying to argue that he's not the greatest quarterback to ever play the game.
yeah,
I know, isn't that right, Bear? Who would ever do that? Man, I love my quarterback. He's the best. God bless you, Tom.
Brady.
Now, Tom Brady also had the blessing of having pretty solid defenses behind them, while some people,
Very
like
true.
Rodgers, had to fight, 45-point games in the playoffs where your defense can't do shit.
Sure.
He also had the greatest coach of all time. So, I mean, like,
Yeah, I mean, he had his advantages. He played with one of the greatest wide receivers in history, and then lost that year. But he
We
still had
had
him.
Mike McCarthy. Look at him.
yeah,
Look what he's doing.
no, I
Um,
mean,
Sorry, I just wanted at least one more Super Bowls. That's too hard.
No,
you might get one.
This one
They're
could be-
nice.
maybe it's possible. But
Speaking of the Packers, right?
yeah, speaking of the Packers, that's the NFC East game. Packers Jaguars. This game actually kind of sucked.
Yeah.
Oh,
So here's the thing. I feel like the Packers didn't try this game. It was windy. It was cold. The Jaguars are not good. One of their touchdowns came off a punt return that was like a line drive punt, and our special teams was
What were
bad.
they doing on that play?
I don't know. And then we couldn't really run very well. Rodgers actually he probably should have had 3 touchdowns, but one got called back for holding. It was a pretty shitty game, but they won it, so I don't care.
yep.
I wish that the Jags had won, though, because then we would be much more likely to get the first overall pick.
Oh, right. Yeah, the Jaguars are fighting y'all for it.
Yeah, it's like, it's fucked. It's really
I think they're a lot more likely to win 2 games than y'all are to even win one, though,
yeah,
is the thing.
there's
They
a
definitely
difference
are.
between an almost possibility of a win and an absolute 0% possibility.
No, like, now I hear you, but the thing is, like, if you look at the Jags schedule, they're probably not going to win another game. I mean, they are more likely than we are. So
All right, let's break this down. Hold on.
All right.
Yeah.
So we've got coming up for them, they've got the Steelers, which is probably a
That's a
loss.
loss.
yeah, it's a lot.
So then Browns, Vikings, Titans, Ravens, Bears, Colts.
Yeah.
You don't see a W in any of those 6?
I mean, you
They
could
could
get
beat
a
the
win at the
Browns.
Bears. You could win.
I think the Bears is an easy W in my opinion.
Maybe. I mean, but
That's-
it's the Jags.
That's one of those games where the Bears are going to win because their defense is going to score like 3 touchdowns.
Mm. Yeah, remember the Jags offense isn't particularly good.
No,
I
it's
think that
it's
they
bad.
could, out of those games, they could probably beat the Browns.
Mm.
They might be able to beat the Browns.
But so here's the thing: if the worst case scenario happens, which is the Jags don't win any of these games,
Yeah.
and the Jets win one of any of the rest of the games in the season, then the Jags get the first pick because they have a weaker strength of schedule.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's like it's really close, and I'm every week I'm hoping the Jags win.
I feel like I remember reading something this week that was like the Jaguars have the easiest strength of schedule so far in the league, but are still like 1-8 or whatever they are.
Yeah.
Rob, like, level with me. There is no team that is on the Jets' remaining schedule that they can beat.
The only one that is scary is the Patriots. Because we could beat them. And
yeah, you probably will.
They're except this time that they're at Gillette. And
that's good. That bodes well.
Also, pretty sure the Patriots and Bill Belichick had enough of the shenaniganery that almost cost them an embarrassing loss the first time. I don't think they're going to let that happen again.
We'll
really
see.
don't.
I hope so. I mean, hopefully. Hopefully by the end of the year we have the first overall pick. We'll see what happens.
I can't believe I'm beginning to look at the Patriots' future schedule for this year and starting to think we could maybe win the division.
You could, theoretically.
You could. I mean, the Jets have the Chargers coming up after the bye week, the Dolphins, the Raiders, Seahawks, Rams, Browns, and the Patriots to close out the season. There's no way there'd be. I mean, out of those, if I had to choose one team that they could possibly win against, I get if I had to choose one, I would say maybe the Browns, but the Browns are way better than the Jets.
Oh yeah.
They're not beating the Rams. They're not beating the Raiders.
No, I don't think. I think the only chance of a win probably is the Patriots. Yeah. Maybe. But I don't know. And again, like, so we're flying by the seat of our pants. I mean, every week matters. And then you have Jags fans coming into the Jets subreddit being like win, motherfucker, win, please.
But like, if you look at here's the problem now with, and this is good for Bear, bad for anyone who thought that the Patriots didn't have a chance to win the division. The Dolphins, who I think is the favored right now. Maybe. To win that division.
Probably the Bills.
Let's say the Bills probably right now.
Okay. Well, we'll go for the Dolphins first. They've got the Broncos, which is probably a dub. The Jets, which is definitely a dub.
Yeah.
Bengals, which is probably a dub. But then they've got the Chiefs, the Patriots, the Raiders, and the Bills to close the season. That is a tough last 4-game stretch.
Yeah.
So they could realistically lose all 4 of those, and that would put them at 9-7.
9-7, yeah.
Yeah, and then you've got the Patriots schedule, the upcoming schedule here. Texans, which is probably easily a dub. The Cardinals, which is maybe a loss.
That's probably a loss.
Chargers and the Rams are both kind of mediocre. That could go either way, but I could see the Patriots easily beating both of those. More of a toss up than for me.
I don't know.
Dolphins, if by week 15, if the Patriots have to have something to play for, Dolphins is not a give me game for the Dolphins. The Patriots will fight for that.
Yeah, if we've won 3 of 4 up to that point, that's going to be a scary game for them.
And then they've got the Bills again, and then to close it out against the Jets in week 17.
We control our own destiny for the most part, which is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, this division is actually legitimately competitive this year.
The Patriots can do it. The big wild card in that division this year has been the Dolphins, all out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that was
the Packers game.
That was the Packers game.
Right.
But the big story here, Packers win, but they get Lazard back next week. Let's go.
The Lizard.
Yep, the Lizard returns. Also, Marquez Valdes-Scantling's actually been playing a lot better recently. He had I think he had some mental block going with dropping passes, but ever since last week, he beat up the 49ers secondary, and now he had a pretty solid week this week, so.
He knew he was on my fantasy team last year, so he decided
that's true too. Yeah,
play better this year.
That would do it.
So yeah, that was Packers game. We're in first place. Hooray! So moving on, we had the Bills Cardinals game of the week.
Woohoo!
Man,
actual game of the week.
So this game legit had it all. It had Josh Allen catching a touchdown. It had Josh Allen throwing touchdowns. He didn't run for one, but he ran for 38 yards. It had Kyler Murray throwing for a touchdown and pick. Kenyon Drake ran for 100 yards. Kyler Murray ran for 2 touchdowns. And then the big one, the Hail Mary to DeAndre Hopkins to win the game.
Yep. I mean, imagine being Stephon Diggs thinking that I just inked a brand new sponsorship deal with this incredible catch and won the game, only for it to get completely and utterly overshadowed by an even more amazing catch.
Yeah.
I mean, man, imagine having that guy on your team. You definitely would never want to trade him.
Yeah, I mean, he seems pretty good, that DeAndre Hopkins guy. He might be worth like maybe a second.
Yeah, I'd probably give you a second.
I've got an empty Coke Zero can. I'd take one.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
I got like a koosh ball if you want that. I could give you that.
those toys are awesome, man.
That has got to be like one of the worst trades in NFL.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
That's easy. Like, I mean, it doesn't hold a candle to the Bears trade in the '80s, but like still.
A candle. I'd trade you a candle for DeAndre Hopkins.
There you go.
Hey, you know what? Hold on, let me talk to my friend Bill. Bill, you good with that? Oh, hey, no problem.
That's too much, he says.
We need to take a lesser deal for DeAndre Hopkins. We can't take a candle. Just give us the wick.
Give us.
Did you see Kyler Murray's tweet about that too? Is like his tweet was like, "Hop's down there somewhere. Just fucking throw it."
Oh yeah. I love it.
I mean, that's like when you look at the play, that's what happened there. Like,
Oh yeah.
He like ran out and he's just like, I don't know what I'm just gonna throw it up. Just throw it up.
It was honestly the more I like this is it's not even necessary to compare it this way, but like to me the more impressive part of this was Kyler Murray, because the dude fucking evaded pressure like it was nothing. Was dancing around to the left side of the pocket, like almost to the sidelines, and then fucking hucks the thing basically into DeAndre Hopkins' hands. Like, how the fuck do you do that?
And then DeAndre Hopkins made 3 grown men his children.
Which, to be fair to him too, like, holy shit, that was also impressive. But man, Kyler Murray is nuts.
Kyler Murray's really good. Yeah.
And then he was like, I by the way, I love the fact that our worlds are bleeding into like sports ball worlds now, when like, you know, Kyle Murray's talking to Tim the Tap Man about playing Warzone and stuff.
Oh yeah, really?
That's cool.
And like he was playing like the day he was on the day of the game, he was streaming Warzone with Chase Edmonds and Christian Kirk.
That's funny.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy.
They're gonna take our jobs too.
Oh, yeah, you know, like when guys like that are also like really good at video games, I'm like, God damn it! That's my one thing. Come on, I let me feel good about myself for that at least.
Yeah, I'm not even good. I just make the funny.
Dude, Le'Veon
People
Bell
throw like
Le'Veon
apples
Bell
at me, and they're like, "Dance, idiot!" And I'm like,
Look at me go.
Le'Veon Bell, when he was in New York, he's a Smash player, and he went to like local Smash tournaments, like small local Smash tournaments.
That's
where
awesome.
It's just like a little room, and there's like 100 people packed into a room, and like,
I fucking
no one
love
knows
that,
who he
dude.
is, probably.
Yeah, that's the greatest.
Yeah,
everyone's like, "What's this Jack dude doing with us?"
Like, dude, what's your YouTube channel?
So yeah, this was like a playoff type game. This was a really good game.
Playoff.
And playoffs. Hopefully we'll see.
These are both playoff teams for sure, man.
yeah. Dude, and actually, just as a quick aside too, that division is just like, what the fuck, man?
Oh,
it is.
3 of them are 6-3, and even the worst in the division is 4-6.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
And could easily win the NFC East, as we mentioned.
yeah,
And it's mainly like if they didn't get injured with all their players, they'd still be up there.
Yeah, competing.
dude. To tell you the truth, I mean, they're what?
No, higher pitch, please.
To tell you the truth.
We're gonna blow out people's fucking eardrums.
We're gonna move on to the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Chargers.
The San Francisco 49ers, I think they're only 2 games back. Depending on what happens down the line.
Oh boy!
They
When
could
he started.
potentially win the
I
division.
mean, we can all do a pretty good one, so I'm not really hating
Yeah,
it
we
too
can.
much.
It's great.
I don't think I can get up that high. I have to get kicked in the nuts or something.
Yeah, right. So you're saying there's a chance?
Yeah.
Anyway, that was the Bills Cardinals game, right?
Yeah, we're at 44 minutes right now. We got to.
All right,
on pace, baby.
Dolphins, Chargers. Justin Herbert, 187, 2 touchdowns. Pick. Chargers are the Chargers. Tua Tagovailoa, 169 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Whoa.
Dolphins.
Someone confirmed in the comments that it is indeed Tagovailoa.
Okay.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah.
So Tua Tagovailoa.
Tagovailoa is going to be a heck of a quarterback.
Yeah, dude.
Next year it's going to be like the Kyler show again.
Yeah.
Like it's the same kind of thing. Like they play so similarly.
Dude, we've got the new quarterback class. We've been waiting for a few years, but they're here.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly.
It's nice.
It's exciting to see.
Jordan Love, a future Hall of Famer.
I mean, who fucking knows, dude?
Yeah, honestly, I don't know.
Yeah.
Dude, 3 in a row. I'll take it. Then we had the Raiders, Broncos, and the Broncos are bad.
Yeah, very.
I really wanted them to surprise everybody this week, man.
I did too.
The only one that picked them.
I was gonna pick them, and then you picked them for me, so I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna say, I mean, you guys know, you've watched the podcast. I have no faith in Drew Lock at all.
Yeah, I don't anymore.
He did throw 4 picks that game.
He threw 4 picks. Yeah.
And they weren't even like, oh, that was a great defensive play. They were real bad picks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were bad.
And like, I'm no expert on anything at all, of course. But my scouting of Drew Lock when he was coming out on the podcast was, how the fuck is he even getting drafted? Like, I legitimately, like, when I watched his college tape, I was just like, what? He's in the first round? People are
He's got something on somebody, dude.
Yeah,
I mean,
like,
if you
he seems like he's a 4th or 5th round pick at best.
I mean, we
He
got
is
this
6'4".
Yeah,
that's true. That'll make him a good quarterback.
Especially for John Elway. John Elway fucking
Yeah, he knows the criteria.
Tall man. John Elway said that 2020.
Right.
So, man, actually, yeah, you could go back and listen to our past things and probably find Rob being like, "How's this guy getting drafted?"
Yeah.
He threw 47 times.
Yep.
Yeah.
And on the flip side, Derek Carr went 16 of 25, 154 yards. And that was it.
Yeah.
Because
just doing Derek Carr things.
Yeah, because they ran the ball 40 times.
Yeah, Joshua Jacobs, dude.
He's very good.
He's very good. 112 yards, 2 TDs. Devontae Booker, 81 yards, 2 TDs. They just ran through the Broncos. And that was it.
I mean, them getting Josh Jacobs back is definitely going to make the Raiders more consistent, I think, in winning. You know, he was a big part of their offense.
Yet another one of those AFC 6-3 teams that are looking pretty legit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to put it into perspective, the dude Josh Jacobs, he has 8 touchdowns on the year already now.
Damn,
that's pretty good.
Yeah,
that is pretty good.
Well, part of the receiving game too.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
So that happened. Rams beat the Seahawks.
I can't believe not. Like, how many of us picked this? Did anybody pick this?
I locked the Seahawks. I was real happy about
Dude,
that.
Like I was actually surprised that I picked the Seahawks to win this game, because reflecting on it, I was like, no, the Rams are probably the favorite here, and sure enough, they won the game.
Well,
I almost picked the Rams.
It's more of a thing of I underestimated how just shockingly bad the Seattle defense is.
Yeah, it's very bad.
Real. They're not. You might as well not even put anyone on the field.
Yeah.
It's
terrible.
It's
horrible. It was also Russell Wilson threw 2 interceptions and no touchdowns.
Yeah.
And they were also very bad looking interceptions. I will say that.
Yeah.
We're talking about Drew Lock. Let me talk about Russell Wilson. He threw one that was just like, why would you even try throwing that ball?
Yeah.
Yeah. He definitely a bad day for him. It's actually he's got he's high on interceptions this year for his for most of his years.
He's high on something, Rob.
And the Rams do have a decent defense though.
Dude, I just gotta straight up lift this quote straight from the YouTube comments. Shout out to the White Whale on the NFL YouTube page. He says, "They let Russ cook and he became a pastry chef. Nothing but turnovers." Oh, man. Upvote.
Absolutely roasted.
Get that man or woman a YouTube contract.
Get him on the show, man.
Hell yeah.
They're hilarious.
Actually, the Seahawks are 0-2 since they trademarked "Let Russ Cook."
Yeah.
So,
Right.
I do love that.
it is pretty
It's-
funny.
So yeah, if the Seahawks don't score at least 30 points a game, they lose. So it's not it's not looking too good on that front for them. In fact, the Rams or the Cardinals look like they'll probably win the division at this rate. The Seahawks
Who
keep
fucking
this up.
knows? It's like the NFC East, but backwards. All the teams.
It really is.
And so you have no idea who's going to win.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, good game. Steelers destroyed the Bengals, which
Yep.
Big Ben did actually play. I didn't think he'd play, and he threw 4
I don't think they
touchdowns.
needed him to, but he did fucking great still.
Yeah.
Apollo and Coach both.
I didn't think he was gonna play, and then he played, and he threw 4 touchdowns to his
Even if
stacked
he doesn't
receiving
play,
core.
It's the Bengals.
Yeah, but I mean, the Bengals are. I mean,
They
Joe
didn't
Burrow
do
looks good
like
this year.
he didn't. Yeah, Burrow threw 213 and a touchdown. He didn't even throw a pick against the best defense.
Yeah,
They've got
pretty
one
damn
of
good.
the best wide receiving cores in the game.
All
Even
right,
with
we
Mason
get it.
Rudolph.
Okay, we get it. I had the Steelers almost lost to the Cowboys, so I'm like, dude, Joe Burrow come in here, make some plays, and then
It's been scientifically proven that almost lost to blank doesn't count for anything. Doesn't mean
sometimes
anything.
it does.
actually, by the transitive property of football wins, the Jets are better than the Ravens. So
Wow.
yeah.
So there you go. That's like I said, it doesn't count for anything.
So yeah, the Steelers are undefeated still.
Are they gonna
The
lose?
expectation.
Dude,
I
we
think-
got an almost undefeated team and an almost undefeated lost team.
Dude, I'm looking at the Steelers' schedule. I don't know if they lose a game.
I don't know if they're gonna go 16-0.
They
That's
could bench their starters
It's
for the last 2
difficult.
games.
I mean,
Yeah,
Ravens are going to be tough still. Bills
Ravens
are going to
will be
be
tough.
really tough.
Bills-
there's just like when you're
Colts?
talking about that perfect season, dude. Like I know I'm probably speaking from a bias because I don't want it to happen again because of my precious team. But like, there's just so many random things that could go wrong on any given Sunday. You know,
Yeah.
like from injuries to just plays falling apart, or just like a fucking
Hail
kickoff
Marys.
return for a touchdown swings the whole thing. You know, like
All right.
anything could happen.
Although I will say it would be fucking hilarious is if as soon as Tom Brady leaves the AFC, the Steelers go undefeated.
That would be
Would
fun.
be pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say there's 3 games left that are pretty tough for him.
yeah,
What
yeah,
even be funnier is if the Patriots win the division anyway.
yeah.
The
probably.
Right.
scenario that Bear was like, I would just be mad at that point. There's no way.
Yeah.
They can't be this good. They can't.
And
keep
then we
getting
win the
better.
Super Bowl again somehow, just
That would
because
be
fucking
hilarious.
why not?
Now that I would actually be like incredibly.
I
happy
wouldn't
for it.
understand it, dude. I'd feel like the
I wouldn't
NFL
either.
is broken at that point.
Speaking of broken, the 49ers are broken.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Good segue.
They lost 27-13. Drew Brees also broken. Jameis Winston came in. Kind of just an all over the place game. And I mean, I think we all knew the Saints were going to win, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Unfortunate again about Drew, I guess, but it's Jameis time, baby.
It's
Yeah.
Jameis time, so we'll see what happens they're going for. This game, he was 6 of 10 for 63 yards. So,
Yeah, they didn't do a lot in the air this game at all,
nope.
or really much of anything at all. Like they just sort of somehow won.
Yeah. Alvin
just a better
Kamara
team
was
now
the main
because of the-
person. 83 yards and a touchdown receiving. That was mainly it.
Yep.
Then the Ravens Patriots. What a game.
Dude, what the hell?
I'm mad. I lost my lock, dude. You know what? As soon as I locked, by the way, last week when I locked the Ravens, I was like, something washed over me, and I felt like I wanted to take it back, but I was like, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just gonna. It's the fuck the Patriots,
Yep.
and they did it to me. They did it to me.
I mean, you can't say I didn't tell you so.
I mean, technically, you're right.
The Pats easily handling this game.
Kinda.
Easily.
Yeah.
I was not
Dude.
surprised to see them win at all.
I read last week. So we've been talking about like what's happening with the Ravens. I read last week, and I forgot to bring it up, that Lamar went on a press conference and was saying like, yeah, they know our calls. Like
Right. Yeah.
they're people are already calling out our calls before we even snap the ball.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening right now for the Ravens is like, people they got the tape now on Greg Roman's offense, and he's not adjusting, which is kind of what he did in San Francisco all those years ago.
Yep.
So we'll see.
Also, check out that one. That's actually pretty cool where Marcus Peters pretty much follows N'Keal Harry, his motion before he even moves.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually
N'Keal Harry on the Patriots defense moves before, goes in motion before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's funny.
Yeah, so they know all the calls right now. So that's part of what's happening to the Ravens.
Well, wait, no. This is the opposite, though. This is
the opposite.
Yeah, no. N'Keal Harry is our wide receiver, so this is the Ravens defense predicting
the Ravens
N'Keal Harry's motion.
Okay, yeah. Oh,
yeah.
oops.
Yeah.
But it's Marcus Peters is very good. So I mean,
that's true. Yeah.
Right.
he did his homework.
But by the way, I was being half sarcastic when I said easily. I don't think anyone picked up on that because it was.
I'm not sure I did either. Yeah.
No, I didn't.
No, the Ravens. I still was not It's hard to bet against New England in Gillette. It really is.
Yeah.
I guess it still is. Yeah. I mean, I am having trouble believing it still, but it is.
I thought you'd be through the roof with this one, Bear.
I'm still in a bit of disbelief about it. I'm still trying to piece together what kind of team we are. And
imagine if you finish 11-5 this year.
I can't. I cannot.
I don't think they finished 11.
It doesn't seem realistic, dude. A 9-7 maybe, but at 11-5, no.
You gotta admit they seem kind of rejuvenated.
Well,
yeah,
dude,
they seem like they've got something to fight for, and that's a scary time to be a Patriots opponent.
That's you're right. Actually, the more you talk about it, you're kind of making a very good point. This is an interesting statistic from that as well. Baltimore fewer than 20 points for the first time in the last 32 games.
That is wild.
Wow.
That says something about the Patriots defense. If we we know we had a good defense still all year, at least a pretty good defense, minus a few key components. Yeah. But if the offense is actually able to click to the degree where we're putting up 20, 25, even 30 points a game, we could win a lot of our remaining games.
And the Patriots are one Cam Newton bumble away from being 5-4. So
absolutely. And that would have been a key win against a divisional opponent. That almost guarantees we would be in the running right now if that would happen. But
I'm trying to instill a false hope a false sense of hope in you, Bear. But I'm just saying,
I don't think it's false at all.
They're only 2 games back from the wild card.
And honestly, that fumble was supernatural. That was
it was
that was just absurd.
Oh, I thought I misinterpreted you as saying it was extremely natural as opposed to it being the opposite of that.
It was supernatural.
I will say the Patriots got the Texans Chargers, which I think they can win, but they have also got the Cardinals, the Rams, the Dolphins, the Bills.
Yeah, they're going to be difficult wins.
We already did this. It was funnier when I did it the first time.
I wasn't paying attention.
No, I mean, theoretically, they could win half those games, and then that could be enough to win the division. To tell you the truth.
Yeah, I mean, this could be a 9-7 division winner.
I still think the Bills are gonna win it. I think they'll get to 10 or 11.
The giant X factor of this season, and it has completely flipped that division, was the Dolphins actually being good. So you've got the Bears and the Bills and the Dolphins who may tear each other apart. While the Patriots just kind of stand on the outside and wait.
Looking at the Bills' schedule, they got the Chargers they can win, the 49ers they can win if they're still banged up. They play the Broncos they can win, then Steelers, Patriots, Dolphins. So the Patriots would have to beat the Bills.
We have to win every divisional game, obviously, for sure.
Yeah.
But, could be close by the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I still think the Bills are a very good team.
Probably. Yeah.
But don't count out the Dolphins here because they played the Broncos, the Jets, the Bengals 3 weeks in a row. I mean, by the end of that, they could be in first place. But then they play the Chiefs, the Patriots. Yeah, no,
we literally are repeating ourselves.
Well, I'm just reiterating for myself because I wasn't paying attention.
Good. All right.
Just making sure that we all know.
For everyone else who wasn't paying attention.
The entire thing.
Yeah. Final game is the Vikings and the Bears.
Oh, I'm feeling pretty good about predicting this. The Bears' complete collapse from their 5-1 position, because holy shit, they are not 5-1.
And you're a Bear, so that makes it even more ironic.
I know.
We were saying it the whole thing. Every time I was like, the Bears are not good, and people would be like, Crendor, they're 5-1 Well, look at them now. Look at them now.
5.
I mean, the that meme that you linked in our chat was good.
He's unsheathing the katana. It says 5-1 and he unsheathes it more. It says 5-11
I mean, now, Coach, you did pick the Bears to win.
Now, I'll tell you why I picked the Bears. First off, Kirk Cousins was 0-9 on Monday Night Football. He was 0-3 against the Bears. Yeah. And the Bears' defense is very good, and they could stop Dalvin Cook, which they did. They held him to 96 yards on 30 carries, which is really good against Dalvin Cook.
That is good against Dalvin Cook.
The problem is the Bears' offense, I thought, would at least get like one touchdown, and they didn't. It was a Cordell Patterson kick return for a touchdown.
And that was exactly what they needed up until they couldn't get anything else beyond that.
Yeah. Here's a fun fact. The offense, Nick Foles and the rest had about 150 yards total. Cordell Patterson's kick return yardage was 135 yards. Here's another fun fact. The Bears have more kick return yards, 787, than they have rushing, 782.
Dude, I gotta ask a question.
All right.
Why is it that some teams across coaches, ownership, years, some teams just have one specific position that they do well?
Yeah.
What's the deal with that? Because with the Bears, it's kick returns.
The Devin Hester days, man.
Yeah. Like with the Steelers, it's wide receivers. Like some teams.
Give me one more example, and I'll believe you.
Oh God.
Packers quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Okay. You got it. You win. Yep.
There's a couple that have like that edge rushers are always, they can always pick edge rushers. Yeah. Some teams can always pick corners. It's just weird. Like sometimes that just always.
I'll do Giants with pass rushers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Giants always have a good pass. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, the Bears as a team have always been defense and special team. Like even when they won the Super Bowl like 30 years ago or whatever, it was like defense, special teams. That's how they did it. Yeah. Their offense was like Walter Payton. That was their offense.
Dude,
yeah.
And as another aside for the Bears defense, I just want to have a quick check-in on Khalil Mack trade.
Mm-hmm.
Both teams won, I think. Still, to tell you the truth, Khalil Mack is kind of one of the main reasons their defense is so good, and and it seems like both teams got out well on that one. Really,
yeah,
good for them.
Yeah.
Like the Bears defense, if it had even an average offense, like mediocre, they would be so good.
Yeah.
Like legit, really good.
If they had Kyler Murray.
If they had any quarterback that's like a top 15 quarterback.
Because they have 5 wins, they're not going to be in a good place to get a QB
good old
either.
Mediocrity. It's not a good position for. I mean, it's again Allen Robinson's going to leave. He doesn't want to be here anymore.
Yeah.
And so then you got to rebuild. And by the time you rebuild the offense, the defense isn't going to be as good unless you start drafting defense again, which you do.
Yeah. You might have to trade Khalil Mack for a first-round pick.
Yeah. But, hey, fun Kirk Cousins facts. He's now 1-9 on Monday Night Football.
Hey, there you go, Rob.
And he has beaten the Bears for the first time as a Vikings quarterback.
Hey, there you go, Rob.
Yeah. So good for him. Mainly Justin Jefferson, 135 yards receiving. He is very good as a rookie. And the Vikings defense not great, but they're playing decent enough, I guess. And they're now 4-5 along with the Lions, so they're both only half a game back from the Bears.
Yeah.
So
they could still make it into the playoffs. Maybe they just had a stumbling start.
Yeah. It's possible. Also, the Bears
better than
used
a stumbling shark.
I want to make this point. The Bears swapped Matt Nagy from calling plays to Bill Lazor.
Oh hell yeah! That's the name, Bill Lazor.
Bill Lazor, I think might be worse. It is not good. He did so many wide receiver screens. Even as somebody who doesn't like the Bears, I was like, why are you calling so many wide? It would be like 3rd and 5 wide receiver screen, 3rd and 13 wide receiver screen, 2nd and 15 wide receiver screen. I was like, what are you doing?
Now, Nick Foles isn't like, he's no Tom Brady or anything. Yeah. However, I think now we can have some serious discussions about whether or not Matt Nagy is any good at all, and whether or not Trubisky looked like considerably worse than he was because of the Bears' offense.
Here's the thing: is like Foles is more of a pocket passer. With Trubisky, at least he could run.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people are trying to make that argument. Like, you may as well play Trubisky because he can at least be mobile and like roll out and get some throws and stuff. Because the offensive line is garbage as well. So like,
Trubisky's pretty young still, isn't he?
He's very young. Yeah.
They declined his option, so he's going to be a free agent.
Oh. Yeah.
Which is
the
looking back on that.
Failed keeping it below an hour, by the way.
Yes.
Oh, well,
but we're still about on pace for a shorter show.
There you go.
So that's the Bears. Vikings looking better, and and that is the games of the week. This Invicta Power Ranking. Power ranking.
Thank you very much.
Power ranking.
So dumb. Go ahead.
It was very dumb.
Yeah, go ahead, Invicta.
Dun-dun, dun-dun.
Oh, no. Come on.
Thank you very much, Coach Crandor. Here we go. Week 11 power ranking, starting with the top 5. As always, had some movers and some shakers and some doings and some moving, starting with Robert.
Steelers.
Yep, Bear.
Chiefs.
Coach Crandor.
Packer.
Yep.
Packer. Just one.
It's the one.
Just one Packer.
One Packer.
The Saints.
Yep.
Wait,
and
Saints our team.
And Bear for the dunk.
The Bills? No,
Hey.
no, not
Strike
the Bills.
one, Crandor.
Sorry.
Buccaneers.
That is correct. The Buccaneers getting back in the top 5 now, jumping 3 spots. That is not the thinnest dink of the week. Going from 1 to 5, Chiefs, Steelers, Saints, Bucks, Packers, and then the rest of the top 10, which is kind of surprising. So here we go. True or false, Robert?
Okay.
True or false? The Las Vegas Raiders are now in the top 10 of the NFL Power Rankings on NFL.com Power Ranking.
I'm going to say true.
That is absolutely correct.
Woo.
The Raiders are indeed in the top 10. They stay in the top 10, going up 2 spots for the 10th to the 8th position now, leapfrogging a couple of teams. Surprisingly, one of them not being the Bills or the Ravens, who are 6 and 7. Now, Bear, this one's on you. True or false, Bear?
Yeah.
The Los Angeles Rams are now in the top 10 of the NFL Power Rankings and NFL.com Power Rankings.
That is false.
That is incorrect. The Los Angeles Rams are now in the 10th position, leapfrogging all the way up from 13 to 10th. Again, still not the thinnest dink of the week, sitting at the top 10 and then, or the 10th spot. And then the Cardinals round out the top 10 with the 9th spot. Now, here we go, Coach Crandor.
Yeah.
This one is a doozy, Coach. Get ready for it. True or false? The Seattle Seahawks are ranked below the Miami Dolphins on the NFL Power Rankings, NFL.com Power Rankings.
I'm going to say true.
That is correct.
Whoa.
The Seattle Seahawks have fallen 5 spots.
Oh, my God.
From 8th to 13th on the Power Rankings. Still not the fattest doink, by the way.
Whoa.
The Seattle Seahawks have now fallen below the Indianapolis Colts at 12, and the Miami Dolphins sitting at the 11th spot on the cusp, Rob. They're cusping it right around both of the balls, Rob. They're just cusping right there.
Yep.
So here we go, guys. Now it's just cusping. So here we are with the everyone's favorite time of the week, and I think this one definitely it deserves to be a roundtable discussion for this one. All right, guys, the fattest doink This team has not dropped 5, but 6 spots.
Ooh.
Going from 17th to 23rd. Name that team starting with Robert. You get no hints on this.
Went from 17th to 23rd. Is it?
I know it, dude.
I think I know it.
Rob.
Actually,
I think Niners.
Rob said Niners. Bear.
It's got to be the Eagles.
And Coach.
I was going to say Eagles too.
You are all incorrect. It is the Chicago
Oh,
Bears.
my God.
The Bears have fallen so hard, it is hilarious. In fact, to show you how far they've fallen, let's name all the teams that have worse records than the Bears, who went from 17th to 23rd. And I quote, this is all of the teams that have worse records than the Bears, who are 5-5. They are ranked below. And again, I'm only naming the teams with better records. Right. The New York Giants, San Francisco 49ers, Detroit Lions, Los Angeles Chargers, Atlanta Falcons, New England Patriots, Minnesota Vikings, and then you stop when you get to the Cleveland Browns.
That's 100% accurate, dude.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're worse than all of those teams.
They are. They are absolutely worse. So that is the fattest doink. Now, here we go, guys, with the thinnest dink, and I will be surprised if any of you get this at all.
Yep.
The thinnest dink. This team has risen 6 spots.
Oh.
Going from the 28th spot to the 20 or sorry, no, I take that back. This team has risen 7 spots.
Oh.
Going from the 27th to 20th spot.
Wow.
All the way. I'll give you a hint. Just one hint is all you're getting on here. They are an NFC team. Name that team that has risen 7 spots, Robert.
And what was their positions?
They were 27th to 20th.
How about the Falcons?
Bear.
Give me the Giants.
And Coach.
I'm gonna go with the
He's charging up.
I'm looking at teams. I'm looking at teams.
Stand back.
I'm gonna go with the.
He's gonna blow.
Is it the Indianapolis Colts?
That's
You're
a
all
fucking NFC team, dude.
Oh,
incorrect. It is the NFC team, Detroit Lions, who have clawed their way from 27th to 20th. Good job, Lions. Congrats, Dan, on still being sub 500. Now, finally, to read out the final, the closing stats, I guess is the way, the closing statements, I should say, of the power rankings here, NFL power rankings. We go to Dan Hansis and the previous ranked 32 Jets, who are still ranked 32nd. This one's for Rob. The Jets finally had their full complement of wide receivers on the field against the Patriots in Week 9, and it turns out the starting trio of Rashard Perryman, Jamison Crowder, and rookie Denzel Mims is pretty solid. Now that we've seen geriatric Joe Flacco throw for 262 yards and 3 touchdowns and a narrow 30-27 loss, it gives you hope, at least some hope anyway, that Sam Darnold could have the similar success once he returns. Of course, with the Jets, there's always a catch. Adam Gase announced Monday that Darnold's lingering right shoulder injury will keep him off the field when the Jets return from their bye on Sunday against the Chargers, and it goes on, ... And that does it for the NFL Power Rankings, as well as the Jets Roundup. Back up to Rob, Bear, and Coach in the booth. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
Woo! Mims seems like he might be good. I'm happy.
yeah, it does seem like he'd be good.
I hope so.
Also,
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
remember when we were talking about Russell Wilson for MVP? I don't know if that's happening anymore.
Yeah, that's probably not gonna happen.
MVP is going to one Mr. Kyler Murray.
No, dude, it's going to Mahomes.
I think it's going Mahomes. I mean, you look
Absolutely
at
going to
stats,
Mahomes.
8-1. He's got 25 TDs and 1 pick.
That is wild. I didn't even
Insane.
Yeah. The next
Going
closest
to
is
Adam Gase.
yeah.
The first time a coach wins an MVP.
That's Rob's nightmare right there.
But hey, don't look now. Right behind Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, 26 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He's pretty close.
That's pretty goddamn good too, man.
somehow Russell Wilson like imploded and like he went from like 14 touchdowns and 1 pick to 28 touchdowns and 10 picks, putting him in the company of Drew Lock, Kirk Cousins, and Carson Wentz as the only people over 10 with interceptions.
The most he's ever thrown in a year is 11. That's why I was surprised when I looked at his stats earlier, because it's like, we're still halfway through the year. Like,
he doesn't throw a lot of picks at all.
Yeah. He's now passed up Daniel Jones interceptions. That's not good.
That's rough.
Yeah. So let's pick him.
Pick 'em.
Someday, it's funny. We've done this podcast for 3 years, and we've always done the
We have?
Yeah. Basically, yeah.
This is the 3rd year, yeah.
Jesus. Playoffs.
I know, right? It's weird, right?
I know.
But yeah, no, we've never improved the production value. We still pretend that there's echo when we
That's the appeal, dude. As soon as we add like a real effect to that, everyone's gonna be like, "What the fuck? They sold out."
Yeah, it's about that backyard grassroots, fun, chilling with your bros, talking ball,
Talking ball.
Just cusping the ball.
Love it when they talk about cusping the ball.
All right, we're talking about Cardinals Seahawks Thursday night. Hey, it's a good Thursday night game.
Hell yeah, man! Ooh. That's a huge playoff predictor. I think right here is going to be the outcome of this one.
Well, the Seahawks aren't even the top of the division anymore, right? Because of what happened.
Yeah, Cardinals have the lead right now.
6-3.
I think this is the Seahawks have to win this game, and I think they're going to come out. They're at home. I'm going to go Seattle.
I'm going to take the Cards here, and it's purely because the Seahawks defense fucking sucks.
Yeah, I think in a shootout the Cardinals win.
Yeah, and I think we might get that.
Yeah, I mean, last time they played, it went to overtime, and like it's gonna be close.
Dude, Kyler is just clutch as fuck. Like we've seen it already. The dude just performs,
and he's more mature now. I mean, he's had a lot of games since that last game too. So there's some. He could go Ultra Instinct here on this one. Sorry, I just watched Dragon Ball Super. There's a lot of Dragon Ball.
I think Russell Wilson. He's going to respond. He's going to put up a big game.
What do you got, Sin?
This game will decide the division, basically. In my opinion.
Yeah, I agree, dude.
And I do think that the Cardinals will take this.
Ooh, all right.
3-1.
Close.
Steelers, Jaguars.
I'm going to lock the Steelers here, dude.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, Steelers.
There it is.
Actually, I gotta check. I gotta know if I've already locked the Steelers this year because I haven't locked the same team twice so far. So I want to try to keep that up.
I'm mad. I lost my fucking 8-0 streak. I had a feeling, dude. I had that feeling, and I was like, no, ignore it. I shouldn't have ignored it.
Don't ignore those feelings.
I know.
Gonna be taking the Steelers.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe I am safe to lock the Steelers, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that.
I think the only one who could possibly not take the Steelers in this game in the world is probably Apollo.
And he probably still won't.
Even I'm not taking the Steelers, and I love my upsets. Or I mean, Jaguars.
Jaguars,
yeah.
Coach Crendor loves his upsets. His also 7-8 performance from last week. Also worst performance.
Yeah. Hey, I will say I'm still like a 62% win rate. We're still going,
which is impressive, still. Yeah, given the upsets you've been picking.
Like I said, it seems like 60% is the baseline. Most people fucking pick 60%.
Yeah, honestly, I wonder if just like a chimp could pick 60%
it's quite
NFL games.
By the way, the bonus stats. Rob's lock streak ends at 8 as the Ravens take their first ever loss from being locked. Previously, all Ravens locks had been successful, 13-0 against unsuccessful 3.
Yeah.
Rob has picked the Dolphins 4 times through 8 games this season. No picks in week 1. He had picked them 4 times the previous 2 seasons combined. Everyone has been below their season average when predicting teams coming off a bye week.
Yeah.
Which is weird. Yeah, I thought that was an interesting stat.
That is crazy. The records for Sunday Night Football picks this season are 7-3 Crendor, Bear 6-3, Apollo 5-3, Sinvicta 6-4, Rob 4-5, Discord 4-6. So I'm the Sunday night guy, dude.
Discord.
I'm the Sunday night guy by half a game.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm bad. Sunday night.
Yeah.
How did we get such a discrepancy in the most wins of the season? I mean, I ain't complaining because we're over 100 with myself in Discord, but I don't know. Oh, you missed the first week.
Yeah, I've missed.
I was gonna say. Well, no, wait, what the heck? There should be a penalty or something for that.
Well, I mean,
you can't say that you're number one when you haven't picked every single week, Rob.
I mean, that's how we've done it every year.
No.
What do you want to give him? Like an extra dub or an extra loss or something? What?
He should get 16 losses. He didn't pick.
That's the only way it can be fair.
And then there have been 49 unanimous selections this season. 20 different teams have at least one, with the Packers, Seahawks, and Titans leading at 5 each. So that's just everybody picking the same team.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah. So, man, those are the little fun stats we got going there.
Yeah. Thank you for those.
Yeah. Keep them coming. And then
You guys don't even know their names.
Pixelhaven, dude. I follow him on Twitter, goddammit.
Me too.
I don't even know my own name.
You don't even know our channel's name.
I don't even know.
I don't know that. That is fair, actually.
I don't even know the difference between AFC and NFC when I'm doing predictions of teams to select.
Follow at Pixelhaven Stats and at Hippo_Nora.
Yeah.
Lions, Panthers.
And go to our Discord, too.
Yeah.
This is tough. I think
I'm going Panthers because they're going to be mad about getting their lunch stolen by the Bucs.
Is Teddy playing? Teddy's still in?
No.
Oh, right. Yeah, Teddy's out, huh?
Teddy is injured,
Teddy's
I
out.
believe.
That's right. I'm going Lions.
Who's their QB now?
Status uncertain.
I believe it's PJ Walker, former XFL star.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Wait, who is it? Who?
PJ Walker, the XFL dude.
Oh.
Yeah. He went 2 for 4, 12 yards.
Yeah, if Teddy isn't playing, then I'll switch to the Lions then.
I'm going to go Lions here.
Well, it seems so. Okay. So it seems like they could be without Teddy Bridgewater and Christian McCaffrey. But
Hey.
both are.
Oh, definitely going Panthers then.
Yeah.
What?
No, that.
Yeah, it's tough. I don't know, man.
Just pick the Lions. Just
pick
the
Lions.
All right,
Just pick
Lions.
the Lions. Everyone's on the Lions.
Like, at least if you had McCaffrey, you just line him up at quarterback and just, see what
He
happens.
throws to himself.
Yeah, just run all Wildcat.
Yeah. Yeah. And honestly, it could work against the Lions.
Yeah.
Lions, yeah.
Patriots, Texans.
If the Pats don't win this, the season's over. So they got to win here.
That's true.
I will be locking the Patriots.
Whoa.
Wow. That is bold.
That is bold.
I don't think so, man. This is that's a pretty safe lock in my mind. They're gonna win this game.
Oh man. I mean, look, the last time that Deshaun Watson played your team, he put up like 30, 40 points or something.
True, but Texans are like Patriots Junior. Like
They've
they're
always
our
been
little,
Patriots Junior.
they're our fucking what's it called? Like our minor league team, our franchise team.
Yeah.
That's true, but that was with Tom, so I don't know. But
I am so certain about this because of everything else that I've said in this podcast today. You don't want to go up against a Bill Belichick that has a purpose now, and the Patriots are going to be fighting as if they can actually win that division. It's going to be scary.
Dude, I bet you anything that like Bill Belichick will never admit to this or show any facet of this in any part of his life or work. But I bet you anything, he is mad as fuck that people are starting to be like, I think it was all Tom. I think it was all Brady and Patriots plan that was getting the W. Bill's not really doing a lot.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, absolutely.
And Patriots going to run away with this one.
I'm going to take the Patriots here too, but I don't know. We'll see.
Easy pick for me, I think.
All right.
Coach?
I already picked Patriots.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we got the Titans, Ravens. Ooh.
This is tough.
This is tough.
This is
I think it's going to be Ravens. I don't think it's going to be tough at all.
Well, I mean, the thing is, though, like everybody knows their fucking calls, and it seems like they remember. The knowing their calls story came out 2 weeks ago, like two games ago, and
I feel like this is a case of two teams that are being exposed for not being as good as they once were thought to be.
The Titans got spanked by double.
The Colts defense is really good.
Yeah,
and the Ravens defense is not bad either.
But
Yeah.
the Ravens, yeah.
I'm
But
taking the Ravens. I think it's an easy pick.
You know what? I'm gonna do something I haven't done in a couple of years.
all right.
I'm gonna look up the Ravens
Ooh.
rush defense.
Oh shit! Going to
There
the
it
stat.
is.
I'm going to the
Calm
stat.
down, Rob.
It's happening.
He's got to preserve this lead, dude. You threatened him.
He doesn't have a lead. He didn't pick in week 1.
He's got 16 extra L's.
I'm gonna go with the Tennessee Titans.
I'm gonna pick the Ravens too.
I'm not sure yet.
Got to let him consult the data.
Yeah. Okay, yards allowed. Oh, Ravens are like top 6 in yards allowed on rushing.
Like the bad way.
No, in good.
Oh,
way.
okay.
Oh wait, yes, yeah, good way. They're
Almost an hour
very
and a half, Rob.
Yeah, yes. The viewers at home, they don't mind extra football podcasts.
That's true.
But yeah, all right. I'm gonna take the Ravens. I'll take the Ravens.
all right.
After all that, he takes the Ravens. That's why he says an easy pick.
It was a sound and educated decision, though.
Yeah, I said because it was because I need to know if Derrick Henry does well, then the Titans probably win.
I mean, he literally ran through them last year, and I think they were healthier. So I still think Titans got this one.
I think it could be
Eagles, Browns.
Browns.
This is, I mean, it's so easy. It's the NFC. Pick against it.
The Browns could Browns this one though.
No, you're just supposed to follow me though, because I'm undefeated for this one.
It's true. I mean, honestly, I don't. Come on, Nick Chubb's still playing. And
that's true. They do have Nick Chubb going.
Yeah, he's gonna run all over the Eagles. Doesn't even matter if Baker Mayfield does good or bad. And Carson Wentz is bad this year, and they.
The Eagles know they could take the division if they win this.
But they're not gonna, dude. They're gonna lose.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Browns. I'm taking the Browns.
I'm from the future. The Browns won.
And the Browns and the Eagles have a horrible offensive line, and the Browns have a good defensive line. Carson Wentz is gonna be running for his life the entire game.
I'm going Browns.
He has been sacked more than anyone else in the history of ever.
He's leading that stat too. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I guess I'll take the Browns, but let it be known that I'm only following the group here because I actually think the Eagles are going to win.
All right. Well, I mean, I think I still think Browns got it. Falcons, Saints.
Oh right, yeah.
This is Jameis time, dude.
Yeah, Jameis time.
Fuck. Hold on. Temporarily take that back.
I'm gonna go with the Falcons here.
Go Falcons!
Yeah, I think I got
Falcons.
Falcons here.
Go Falcons!
Well,
I'll
no.
never-
You know what? Hold on. The
I'll
Falcons
never-
are going to find a way to fuck this up. I think the Saints are going to win.
I'll never pick a Jameis Winston-led team, let alone a Jameis Winston-led Saints. Never.
That's like your two most hated things in the world.
Never.
That's torture.
Don't the Falcons have a fucking terrible defense though?
Yeah, but they also have an offense that can score like 50 points.
Well, sure, but I mean the Saints don't have a bad defense, and it's not like Drew Brees plays defense.
Saints have a good run defense. I don't know about their pass defense.
Yeah, I mean, and you know they'll probably use like a lot of Taysom Hill in this game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fuck! I forgot they had him.
Yep.
Yeah. I expect that they're going to do a lot of running like that. I would think they're going to lean on like Alvin Kamara, like short passing and
Saints run defense is second best in the league, but their pass defense is like 14, 15.
Yeah, I'm still going to take the Saints. Yeah. I'm going to take the Saints here, but I don't know. It could be.
Jameis Winston.
Dude, this feels like a game the Falcons will find a way to fuck up.
And the Saints, there could be a Jameis pick six in here. I'm looking for it.
And it probably would be.
I think it's more likely than not that happens.
Yeah. But I think even with that, I don't think because if they manage to do what I think they'll do, then they'll just win on time of possession and they'll just just beat the shit out of the Falcons. Yeah. But I don't know.
Game of the week. Game of the week.
Oh,
Bengals football team.
Bengals.
Bengals. Yeah.
Easy.
Bengals. Yeah.
Don't pretend, dude. Come on. Come on, be real.
I mean, the football team have a good defense.
Yeah. But
It's so easy, man. You're the one that wants the podcast to go fast.
I'm taking.
Don't do it.
I'm taking the football team.
No! Ah, you broke everything.
wow, he did it.
I don't even want you to defend yourself. You just got to live with
Yeah,
your
we'll
shame.
just live with it. Jets, Chargers. That's
Go
Chargers.
Chargers.
Obviously, the Jets. I mean, in fact, I'm going to lock the Chargers.
All right,
Yeah,
there
that's
you go.
fair.
Chargers.
Yeah,
Chargers all around.
I take the Chargers.
All right. Dolphins, Broncos.
Dolphins.
Yep.
I'm going to lock in the Miami Dolphins. Let's go.
That's
Mhm.
incredible. See how quickly that fucking
What a
Yeah.
flip. Yeah,
What a
goddamn.
flip,
That's
dude.
weird.
Brian Flores, man. If he so far, it seems like if you get a good coach, good things happen.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty crazy.
Yeah. What's that like, Rob?
It's actually pretty crazy. It's like when we had Mike McCarthy and he was like, what if we run vertical routes every play? And then you go to a coach that like schemes players to get open and you take the same team and they just win more? It's pretty cool.
Formation. High formation.
I don't know. Bubble screen. Wide receiver bubble screen. Up the middle.
High formation.
If me just Rex Ryan back, except give him no input on drafting.
Can we
That's-
take
saying
a
it while
squirrel?
trying to light
Can
a
we take
cigarette
a
in his-
squirrel
Yeah.
and just give him a little clipboard? Can we take a Cliff Bar and put it as head coach?
Yeah, we're all taking the Chargers
Yeah.
Yeah, and the
Oh,
Dolphins.
and the Dolphins.
Yeah,
but also the Chargers.
Yeah, and I'm
Awesome.
locking the Dolphins in. Cowboys, Vikings.
Vikings.
Vikings, yeah.
Vikings.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the easy one, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Gilbert Godfrey and the Cowboys almost beat the Steelers or whatever his name was.
Yeah. That's
So-
good, but Dalvin Cook.
It was
Yeah,
Gilbert
Dalvin
Godfrey.
Cook.
Gilbert.
Yeah,
Gilbert Godfrey.
Gilbert Godfrey.
Cowboys. We're gonna beat
the Minnesota Vikings.
Oh, dude,
All right, so none of us can do a good Gilbert, apparently.
I'm Gilbert Godfrey.
if we ever make money from this podcast, that's #1 priority list on what we need to invest in. Good Gilbert Godfrey imitator.
Dude, can we?
Because we need
Is he like on one of those sites where we like pay him $10 and he's like, the
Yeah.
three guys talk about.
Dude, I'm pretty sure Gilbert Godfrey does that Cameo app. We could actually
Oh
get
my
him.
god, we could.
Yeah, we should do that. Oh,
Yeah.
He does do it. This is what we need
Oh
a
my
Patreon
god, we got to
for.
do it.
exactly.
We can raise money for
I'll pay my own money for that.
You guys want to contribute to the Patreon? So
Yeah.
Oh
my
we
God.
spend our money on Gilbert Godfrey videos.
Welcome back to the Three Guys in a Bear Talk About Football.
Let's go to Invicta for the power rankings this week.
Just have him for every segment.
We're gonna spend all our money on this, dude. We're gonna get Gilbert
Pick'ems,
Godfrey.
Tell me it's not worth it, Bear. Tell me it's not
Segment.
worth it. You can't tell me that's not worth it.
It is. You're right.
Insanely worth it. That's the most worth it thing we could do.
An excellent investment.
Packers,
Vikings.
Colts.
Packers.
I'm gonna pick the Colts here.
I'm going to pick the Packers, but I actually think the Colts might win.
I think that the Packers will win easily.
All right.
I don't think it'll be easy because the Colts defense is good.
It is a
They're
good
not-
defense. I think
they're
it's going to
not
be like a
stop-
24-17 game. It's going to be one of those.
They're not
In fact, it'd be like
stopping Aaron
24-20.
Rodgers,
24-20.
Devontae Adams good.
Yeah, it's the tough task, but I feel like this is the one game of this week where I feel like the script has been flipped and the Colts are all of a sudden on a hot streak.
It's going to be a 34-10 win Packers.
Okay, wow.
If the Packers beat the Colts by 3 scores, I will gift 20 subs in your channel.
Okay.
Oh, my God. I mean, I'll just be happy.
I mean, it could be the Colts. Could be the Colts. I was looking at the losses the Packers had and the wins. Could be.
Huh?
I'll still take the Packers though.
All right. Chiefs, Raiders.
It's getting
What?
worse by the week,
What
dude.
the heck?
The Chiefs and the...
You just start vomiting into the mic at some point.
My GERD's getting bad. I'm
I'm gonna go with the Chiefs.
gonna go Chiefs. I think the Raiders won the last one, so they got a split.
I'm gonna take the Chiefs.
What was is it Raiders at home this time and the Raiders won away.
Yeah.
Derek Carr threw 165 yards.
This is gonna be a fucking revenge game for Mahomes, dude. He's gonna go off.
Yeah.
Could be, or it could be the second loss.
Yeah.
Are you gonna
Or it
pick
could
the
be a
Raiders,
tie.
though?
You know what?
Those are the three outcomes.
Fuck it. I'll pick the Raiders. Whatever.
Whoa.
Dangerously. Why not? I think they could.
All right. There he goes.
And finally, we got the Los Angeles Rams and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
That's tough.
We need to get it string on coach so it doesn't fly away like that. We gotta pull him back.
One day I will.
Put a stake down on the ground.
Yeah.
Tie him to it.
Buccaneers.
Yeah, I'm going Bucks.
I'm
I'll go Bucks.
Go Bucks.
I'm the Joe Bucks.
I'm Joe Bucks, and I'm picking the Bucks. Thanks. This has been Joe Buck.
I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Of course he is.
I haven't had enough upsets this week. I'll go with the Rams upset.
Okay.
They got a defense. You know,
I mean,
Yeah, they got players.
they got players. They got ball
Tom
players.
do indeed have players.
So yeah, I'm gonna go Rams. Thanks for listening. Also, breaking news: the Jets have released Pierre Desir.
Oh. Well,
Okay.
I mean, that's fine.
All right, that's it.
Start
for
the song
show.
again.
Thanks for listening. Make sure to subscribe, comment, like.
This is where we get Gilbert Gottfried to come in and
Get
say,
Gilbert
"Subscribe to the channel."
Hope you guys have a
YouTube and other things. Gilbert Godfrey. Gilbert Godfrey.
Dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun.
Goodbye.
Black.